they were wondering if you might share a story with us.
I would be honored to share a story, but will you all help me, please? And you too, Royal Page?
I would be honored, Your Highness.
Wonderful. Well, now, how do I begin? My favorite stories always begin with Once Upon a Time. Can you help me start this story, please? Once upon, in a faraway land, there lived a king and his fair queen, who for many years had longed for a child. And finally, their wish was granted, and I was born.
And they named her Aurora after the dawn, for she filled their lives with sunshine. And a great holiday was proclaimed throughout the land so that all could celebrate the birth of the tiny princess.
That's right, and that's the day I met the good fairies. Do you all remember them? Can we remember their names together? Well, the first fairy, she loved the color pink. And what was her name?
Flora?
Flora, that was right.
That's right. When Flora arrived, she said, each of us the child may bless with a single gift, no more. And then she went up to the baby's cradle, she took out her wand. Everyone take out your magic wand. Yes, and she said, little princess, my gift shall be the gift of beauty.
Thank you. Now, the second fairy, well, she loved the color green. Do you remember her name? That's right, Fauna.
That's right. And Fauna went up to the baby's cradle, everyone walked out, and she said, little princess, my gift shall be the gift of song.
Now, there was the third fairy, and she loved the color blue. Do you know her name? That's right, dear Merryweather.
And Merryweather went up to the baby's cradle, everyone walked out, and she said, tiny princess, my gift shall be the gift of...
But before Merryweather could bestow her gift, a great gust of wind blew open the doors and swept across the room, and there was thunder and lightning. And do you know who else came to visit me that day? Maleficent.
That's right. Maleficent went up to the king and queen and said, listen well, all of you. The princess shall indeed grow in grace and beauty, beloved by all who know her. But before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on the spindle of the spinning wheel and... It's just too terrible, I can't say this.
Oh, well, that's all right, because Merryweather still had her gift to give, and she made everything better.
Merryweather went up to the baby's cradle and changed the curse so that Aurora would not be harmed, but would instead fall into a deep, deep sleep. And from this slumber you shall wake, when true love's kiss the spell shall break, for true love conquers all.
Yes, that's right. And on that day, my father decreed that every spinning wheel in the kingdom be burned, so that Maleficent's curse could never come true.
But the three good fairies knew that Maleficent could still cause trouble, and so they came up with a plan to protect the tiny princess. They would give up their wands and live without magic, and take the baby away into the forest so that Maleficent could not find her, and raise her until she was 16 years old.
And they even changed my name. Does anyone remember the other name of the good fairy? Right, Briar Rose.
That's right, such a lovely name. And finally the 16th birthday arrived, and Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather wanted to plan a surprise for the princess. So they sent her out into the forest to pick some berries.
I wondered what those dears were up to, for I had just picked berries yesterday.
And as soon as the princess left, the three good fairies got to work.
And as Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather were preparing these lovely surprises for me, I went for a walk in the woods. And as I walked, I daydreamed. I had so wanted to meet someone special, and then I told all my forest friends that I had met someone special. Well, he's tall, he's handsome, and he's so romantic. And we walked together, and we talked together, and just before we say goodbye, he takes me in his arms, and then I wake up. Yes, it's only in my dream, but they say if you dream a thing more than once, well, it's sure to come true. And I've seen him so many times, but then something magical happened. It was my dream prince.
I know you would have been with you once upon a dream. I know you, the gleam in your eyes, so familiar and clean.
Just like in my dream, I found myself dancing with a handsome stranger, only this time he wasn't a dream. He was a dream come true.
And if I know you, I know what you'll do. You'll all sing at once, the way you did once upon a dream.
Thank you. Yes. I was so enchanted, but then I remembered I had to run home. The good fairies must be wondering where I was. So I said goodbye to my handsome stranger, and I went back to the cottage.
Now, back at the cottage, there was a battle of color going on, because Flora wanted the dress to be what color? Pink, that's right, but Merryweather wanted the dress to be blue, and then Flora changed it back to
lovely dress, and it was a cake, and oh, everything was so wonderful. I couldn't wait till they met the young man.
The three good fairies could see that Briar Rose was in love, and so they told her that she was really Princess Aurora, and she was already promised to Prince Philip. She could never see that handsome young man again.
I was so disappointed. I cried and I cried.
The three good fairies kept their promise and took her back to the castle, and there they gave her one final gift, a symbol of her royalty. Do you remember what it was? What was it? It was a crown, and they placed it on her head, for she was to rule as a true princess. But they could see that she was still very sad, so they left her alone for a while.
And that's when something strange began to happen. I heard a voice, and it seemed to call to me, and I saw a green ball of flame, and I followed it until...
No, everyone say, no, no, stop her, stop her! It's not your fault. You tried so hard, but Maleficent's curse was far too powerful, and the princess had fallen into a deep, deep sleep. The three good fairies didn't know what to do, until they realized that the handsome young man from the forest was really Prince Philip, and so they flew back to set him free, and they gave him two gifts, an enchanted shield of virtue and a mighty sword of truth, both of which he would need more than ever because Maleficent had transformed herself into a fire-breathing what, you remember? Dragon, that's right. But Prince Philip was very, very brave, and with one mighty aim, he put an end to Maleficent and all of her evil. And then he went back to the tower where the princess was sleeping, where he loved her with all of his heart, and he gave her a gentle kiss.
And when I opened my eyes, it was him, the prince of my dream. From that day on, we lived happily ever after. Thank you.